fine. Although I'm not gonna lie, liquid diets really leave me craving solid food. The first few days, it was all I could do to keep myself from rushing to the nearest burger joint and eating myself into cardiac arrest. 1 week down though. See you guys in 7 days. End of week 2. Several special operations military training programs have a period of time referred to as Hell Week. This is typically close to the end of your training, and it's when you're pushed to your mental and physical limits, and then right over them and far beyond anything you thought you were capable of. Or you just get washed out, one of the two. This last week was my Hell Week. Vegetables are my Everest. So for the entire week, I ate nothing but vegetables, just to see what the difference would be between the different diets. I included fruits in there as well because I'm not a total maniac, but for the most part, lunch and dinner were vegetarian. It's not that vegetables are terrible tasting, they really aren't, it's just that they're, well, vegetables. I mean, I don't know, there's something deep in my programming that says vegetables don't compute. I don't need to eat meat all the time, but my brain refuses to believe that vegetables alone are enough to satisfy hunger. I can literally fill my stomach until it's bursting, and my brain will absolutely not acknowledge the fact that hunger has been fully sated. But if I even eat just a moderate helping of pasta or something non-vegetable, then my brain is like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, that's enough to fill us up. I lost 3.5 pounds this week, but the entire week I felt physically weak and emaciated. Vegetables are amazingly nutritious and full of vitamins and energy and all that crap, but as far as my body is concerned, I might as well have been eating cardboard. Even my performance during my regular workouts was far worse than before, and I'm starting to think it was all mental. It's like a car with a governor on it that keeps it from going faster than 55. Green beans are my governor and keep my physical energy in the pits, or maybe it's just that by feeding it nothing but vegetables every day, my body simply found no reason to continue living and wanted to throw in the towel. I don't know, but I do know that going strict vegetarian is impossible for me. 2 weeks down, 2 to go. End of week 3. I guess this week was what I would call a pescatarian, or someone who adds fish and seafood to a normal vegetarian diet. Of the 3 diets so far, this was the most palatable, and I actually feel pretty decent after losing 2.1 pounds. I've never been a huge fan of seafood, but fish fillets is pretty close to real meat, and I think it helped to make the entire experience more livable. Then there's the fact that I was allowed to eat shrimp and clams, and while I'm not a big fan of seafood overall, I love shrimp and clams. On date night, me and the girlfriend went to eat sushi since it was one of the few options that are allowed in the rules, and everything else was just basically fried fish or shrimp or whatever. I happen to like sushi, which is weird because I know it's starting to sound dubious when I keep saying that I don't like seafood, but really I don't. Yet sushi is different. Maybe I just don't like cooked seafood, which would make sense considering my brain's very weird positions on different foodstuffs. Tuna steak? No thank you. Gross and fishy. Tuna roll? Yes please. Straight into my tummy. Anyways, this week wasn't so bad, but it was by no means enjoyable. I miss desserts, and there's literally nothing that makes you want a nice big piece of cake less than after dinner fish burps. But I guess maybe that's the point. End of week 4. Hallelujah! The end is here. 4 weeks of insane diets finally done. And with this week's weight loss of 1.8 pounds, I've officially hit the goal of 10.3 pounds lost. So this was the week that